Hello and good day to all friends. This is Mojtaba Rasti from the Thales group, and today is January 6th, 2026, and I'm here with you with the weekly outlook, reviewing the trades for January 2nd, up to now for the January 9th expiration. All right, let's move on to the market screener, and let's see what we can actually take away from the current market situation, okay? From January 2nd until now for the January 9th expiration, and we've also set the open interest as positive. Closed trades and negative settlements amount to 2,911 bitcoins, mostly in the 140 range. The result from the options is that they're expecting a bottom. The chart looks like a put sale. They're expecting a bottom. Right now, we're heading toward that bottom. Let's see, a point here, a peak here. The gamma peak is at 90,000, which is still an important level. We're hitting the 90,000 mark, and that's where our put sales are positioned. Look, starting from a substantial 87,000 and extending down to a still significant 75,000, we have meticulously placed our sales figures squarely within this defined and important range. Looking towards the potential for growth and positive movement, we clearly observe a distinct and firm ceiling that limits further upward progression at 95,000, 95,700. Here you can see a short gamma, which indicates call selling, and here we have a long gamma, which indicates call buying at 103,000. So overall, you can interpret this as a bullish outlook. If we move the slider forward, you'll see it becomes 90 seconds. From here, and if we consider it from here, considering that the trading volume has also increased, actually from January 5th, the trades are for January 9th. You can see a ceiling around 96,000 to about 99,000, roughly. There's a ceiling in this range up until January 9th. Actually, you can also interpret this as a bullish outlook. Given the current price momentum, the situation is currently bullish. If we move forward, you'll see that things change constantly. The trading volume here, of course, becomes very low. So we no longer take this into account. But overall, the curve from last Friday until now, looking ahead to next Friday, suggests a bullish outlook. And traders are still looking for a bottom. They want to establish a bottom there so that from that point, we'll probably see an upward move. Let's continue. Let's take a quick look at the 16th as well. Yes, January 16th. As you can see, January 16th is bullish. That means from last Friday until now, the incoming trades for January 16th have a bullish outlook. They see a bottom at 87. Take a look. We're coming down. The bottom starts at 87. The average bottom is 80,000. The average bottom is 80,000. And on this side, we have a gamma around 95,000 up to about 96,000, and it could go up to 102, 103, 105. The delta peaks at 105. So this is a bullish scenario. Now moving forward, you can see that the bullish sentiment is actually intensifying. That is, the trades coming in recently show that the bullish outlook for the 16th has really strengthened. These steps go even up to 100. And yes, right here, 105. The bullish sentiment has really intensified. So we can say that we're probably on an upward trajectory, and these corrections we're seeing are likely just a natural process. Now let's take a look at the size for the 9th. Actually, sorry, let me clarify. When we analyze, we're considering trades of 10 Bitcoin and above. Let me say this. If I set it to 5 Bitcoin and above, the shape doesn't really change. Of course, the trading volume increases, but the overall pattern remains the same as we've analyzed, so it doesn't make much difference. For trades of 50 Bitcoin and above, we have 8 trades. Let's set it to 30 Bitcoin. Then we have 12 trades of 30 Bitcoin and above, as you can see. Again, the overall curve looks the same. It's like a put sale, where a bottom is expected to be drawn out. The peak average of put sales is at 80,000, and even in the most pessimistic scenario, we can come down to that level. But there is a floor, a bottom for the price, that in fact sets the stage for an upward move, as expected. That's how we interpret the curve. And let's move on to the strategy, which is just this one. It's not very big either. Actually, it's not bad, but look. No, this isn't really a strategy either. Sorry, are your blocks not matching up? Okay, so we don't have it. They are indeed single distinct blocks. The most recent and significant trade we have actually received came in at precisely 10 a.m. local time today, just a few hours ago. 50 Bitcoin short call at 95 for January 9th. The ceiling is set at 95 for January 9th. For January 9th, the ceiling is here. In this trade, what do we have? We saw the ceiling here for January 9th, and until Friday, we'll actually be spending time here. There's a chance for the 9th as well. Here, well, this is that famous 100 Bitcoin we mentioned, short. Look here, we have a 100 Bitcoin position. Short call at 92. Short call at 92 means that for Friday, they actually want the price to stay below 92. Okay, we have a 500 Bitcoin position here. This is very... Put option at 80. Oh, this is really interesting. The 500 Bitcoin, which actually entered on January 2nd. On January 2nd itself, 500 Bitcoin came in. For the 9th of January. Basically, they've taken a short put at 80 and at 80,000, meaning they're ready to enter the market there. This is interesting too, and that's exactly why the curve looks like this. Because it's so heavy, it's pulled it down here. If we remove the 500, do you see? Yes, it becomes bullish. If we take out this one trade, the curve takes on a bullish form. There's a gamma at 88 here, which could be the bottom. And then, actually there's a gamma at 102,000. We have a gamma at 102,000. So this has made the curve a bit flatter, actually. It's brought the bottom down quite a lot. And the highest strike we have is 54 Bitcoin. A long call at 100,000. For the 9th, that is, for the 9th, we also have traders who 50 Bitcoin, 54 Bitcoin, took a long call at 100,000. Here, 30 Bitcoin, short call at 96,000. So overall, you can see that without this trader, the one with the heavy position, we actually... My outlook is bullish. This 500 Bitcoin short put could, for example, be a cash secured put, or it could be a limit order. In fact, the trader has set a limit order with this strategy. So, as they say, he can buy Bitcoin really cheap. If the price actually comes down to 80,000, he can actually enter the market as a buyer at that point. So overall, as we saw in the main chart, if we go back, looking at the main chart, the perspective we take for the trades that have come in since Friday for the 9th. One perspective could be bullish, although we still have a lot of put sellers. If I want to see it now, let me just quickly check that particular 500, that specific 500 Bitcoin. If we remove this, look, if we remove it, the overall perspective becomes bullish, right? You could say it becomes bullish, meaning here our delta, along with the price drop is a decrease, the green curve, up to where? But up to 87, meaning 87 to 88 is our bottom. It seems like from here we could see some movement. Toward the ceiling of 96, the ceiling up to 99 you see here. Delta goes up to 99, the ceiling, and then if it breaks, it heads toward this gamma at 103. So that one trade kind of pulled the shape of the curve toward itself. Otherwise, maybe the bottom isn't actually that low. Maybe the most reasonable bottom is 87 to 88. Thank you for your attention. I hope this was helpful, and until the next analysis, goodbye.